light from naphtha, both light naphtha and heavy naphtha, is roughly about 1.4 million liters per day.
Out of the 60,000?
Yes, out of 60,000.
1.1 million liters of what? AGO, DPK, PMS?
No, so let me go first with naphtha.
Okay.
So naphtha you get the state, what we call state-run gasoline now.
What is naphtha? Was a consumption of those general public.
So that is what we use to blend to PMS. So for instance, PMS, no refinery, a plant will produce PMS directly. What we produce is components that we blend. These are over a dozen components, but at least 3 of them based on your quality result that now gives you PMS.
If I want to understand you, the naphtha, is it an additive to the
PMS? Yes.
PMS that it will produce PMS?
Yeah. It's a base.
Okay. Yeah. It's just like you are clarifying water.
Yes.
You have turbid water.
Yes.
You put chlorine, it will kill the.
It's the base
Okay.
additive.
So still, my question is, out of these 60, with all the additives and what have you, to me, as a consumer, I want to get PMS, AGO, DPK. So that's why I ask you, how many
of all the
liters
products?
of all the products?
Yes,
Say
over 8
of
million.
PMS,
Over 8 million liters.
8 million liters.
Yes. Over 8 million liters per day.
That's 60,000 barrels.
For all
Translate to 8 million liters.
Yes, over. I don't have the exact. Yes.
Are you attaining the maximum production of 60 barrels per day?
No, I'm not. Okay, no. Okay, sorry. The number I gave him is 60% of my 60.
Okay, sir. Yes. This place is designed to produce 60,000 barrels per day.
Okay, so yes,
now,
for PMS, yes.
Today you are attaining 60% of it.
Yes.
What makes you not to maximize? Do you have any challenge as to why you will not reach maximization?
Okay, let me explain. So it's like you are starting a plane, you want to take off. You don't get to maximum speed from the start point. That's what we're doing. We're filling the plants. You are filling it. As you fine tune it, you go higher. That's why we're on 60.
What is your estimated target? When do you think that you will you can attain the maximum production, full production?
It depends.
Okay.
All things being equal, you should be able to get there within 30 days.
Okay.
However, in life, all things are never equal.
Yes.
So what happens is, when you meet a challenge, any constraint, you adapt it and you keep going. Because remember, this equipment is coming from cold. So you don't want to just hit it hard because it can break. So you allow it to respond. And as it responds, the same thing with an aircraft engine. You don't just ramp it up on the beginning. No, you keep going, and then that's how we do it. So that's the takeoff point. Yes.
And how sustainable will this remain so that Nigerians will be rest assured that this is not an one-off thing? So what will you tell Nigerians? What guarantee will you tell Nigerians that this is sustainable for a long time to come? And the last question is, what do you need to do as a country to make sure the sustenance of this is maintained? What do we need to do as a country?
Okay, so at this point, let me allow the refinery
Okay.
But we know that we started up, like the MD has said, we're ramping up in terms of the utilization of the plant. We are 60% now, and as the equipment responds and the unit responds, we move. Okay, thank you, distinguished senators, for the question. Like the MD rightly said, we are 60% of the 60,000 barrels per day. As the equipment responds positively, we start ramping up. Just like your engine, when you do an engine change out, they said you cannot rev up to 100 kilometers per hour. So on the sustainability part, if you look around you, distinguished senators, you'll see some people on the panel in orange, specifically. We have created and put in place what we call an operations and maintenance support that will enable us to run and operate sustainably. So we are assured that with this support that we've gotten, we will be able, and this is a difference from the past. So what we have done is we have brought in expertise and experience to support us. All the people you see there are part of Port Harcourt refinery staff, but also where we have shortage of expertise, we have augmented it to ensure that we don't start and stop. And if you recall, the past couple of times we've tried to start and we stopped. That's why our GCO says, as part of our ensuring energy security, we would ensure we are sustainable for a couple of days. And that's why we did that before we came to the loadout. So we will be gradually ramping up. We will not be overly excited, but we'll make sure we do the right things in the right approach to ensure we sustain these operations to the
plant is set to currently operate at 60% of 60,000 barrels a day, and the capacity will increase as time goes on.
The product we are producing, you see it live, you feel it, and you take it back to Nigerians. Because your company, like I said,
The committee was shown the production procedure of the new refinery. They were taken first to the production plant and were given the chance to see the product sample.
we'll just drive through the area 1. We're going to area 1 in the new plants. Let's meet in area 1. Yes, please.
are doing a total overhaul, a total replacement of some of our main pipes, and then we expect some little hitches. We will deliver the contract, even seem to be late. The exact timeline, we are careful and we are working quietly with everybody in this project to ensure that we don't extend very far from where our contractual timeline is. Having said that, we expect that the delta for delivery of this project will be reasonable within the contingent limit of delivery. And it will be very soon because, as we said there before now, we want to ensure that the refineries, the old and new, as well as Warrior and Port Harcourt, is up and running. And we have a generic timeline that from here, Nigerians will be happy within no distant time that the process and the project will be fully completed. This one we are working behind, you can see massive job that is about ending. We'll review it and get to Nigerians as quick as possible for the due delivery date. Thank you.
First of all, I listened to the contractor. I listened to the contractor clearly, and one of the highlights, what he said, was the mindset. First of all, we need to congratulate you for the oil refinery and congratulate the President, Commander-in-Chief, and of course, the technical crew and all personnel of the ANPC for a near magic situation. Yes, it's difficult to give out the timelines, but as we are here, we need to have the status. What is the percentage completion you have arrived at this moment? Secondly, there are issues that the committee will not be able to discuss openly here. And therefore, the contractor has to be ready and the management has to be ready to come and have a round-table discussion. I think we have learned our lesson as Nigerians, and we need to make sure this thing doesn't happen again. 27 down the lane, I think is possible as one can recall. Nothing happened 27 years, and this is something, like he said, this has never been done anywhere in the world. So this thing shouldn't happen with new refinery again. And therefore, going forward, we need to understand and be more serious than we are. We know the politics. One of the questions that I wanted to raise, we have this history of some of this infraction, the internal sabotage and the external sabotage. This is not a question for you, it's a question for him. What do you now intend to do to put in place in making sure that both the internal and the external infraction will not happen again?
Let me start from the first question by distinguished Senator Abdul Mingi. That question is apt. Right now, we have a very strong governance process, a template for the job, and a performance. I'm adding the two questions together, and a performance guarantee for the contractor to ensure that there's an upgrade of technology and there's expectation of when the timeline or the age or how long this plan should be. It is in our well-defined scope that we engage them. And for us, if we have a template, a standard template on operating refineries around the world, we replicate it, we enforce it here, and we monitor. There's a lot of assurances. There's a lot of quality control assurances within the work processes. And that will minimize internal and external intervention so that continuous operating and maintenance, as we told you elsewhere, is being in place within the refineries and across all the refineries in this country. We ensure that also our staff, I've just talked to them as directed by the GCO, that there will be best practice. We will send them across to other refineries, how it's being operated, best practice, and replicate here. We won't take the chances, and our turnaround will be as and when due, so that we don't allow a gap, and you find out that the plants become aging, non-maintenance. And that's why you see across our various contractors, there's a diversity in our pickup of expertise and competencies so that we get best practices. We would want to operate it internationally and with a high level of today's technology and looking forward to the future. So I think I was able to answer both of your questions. Thank you.
We have over 5,000 kilometer pipeline scattered across the country. So through that, we'll be able to ensure there's energy security for the. So this is an example of what we have there. We have several of these in different terminals. So this is the Port Harcourt terminal. The one have Port Harcourt Refinery. So we have loaded over 40 trucks. So loading continues today. So we want to demonstrate that it is really true that we are loading.
Well, distinguished and the depot communities that are here. My name is Dr. Billy. My name is Dr. Billy Gilisari. I'm the National President of Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria. We were here on Tuesday. There were no specific invitations given to anybody. Everybody that came here came because they heard that something good was about to happen. We waited here for hours, and finally the hour came when we all, in our eyes, saw tankers loading from all these loading arms, PMS, petrol. And as the MD has said, some of us know that PMS is not a direct product that is refined. It is always blended. So we need to help Nigeria, that the president, the Minister of Petroleum, the NNPC Group CEO, and all of his team, especially the MD of this refinery, Engineer Onoja, who has lived here at the risk. That's why. Because he's here, he's not going anywhere. You come here in the morning, you see him. If you even invite him to come out, he will not come. So that kind of passion and patriotism is something we want to encourage, and that's why. No, she'll be here. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you that have come to see that our business is on. Let me just say something.
Came together as members of the Nigerian Senate, even though I am a senator from the soil. He's my chairman. I was also here when you started your work earlier with our previous chairman, late Ifeanyi. We went around that day like we have done today. From everything around us, can see that so much has been done and so much has been realized. I want to congratulate all of you that took part in ensuring that we get back to the previous ways things used to happen. We can notice that the people are happy, all stakeholders, the natives, everyone is happy, and we have confirmed from them that this is truly going on, and that petrol is being produced and sold here in Eleme Refinery. So I want to assure Nigerians that we came, we saw, and we agreed. So thank you very much, and we want to appeal that you continue, like our leader, Senator Ningi, said here, sustainability is key. We don't want next week to hear that, oh, something went wrong and it has stopped. Let it continue. As you have been doing, now you have achieved 60% of your 60. Now we would like to hear by next week that you have achieved at least 61 or 62, or even 80% of your 60. And Nigerians will continue to have hope and believe in you. I can assure you that. Once again, I want to congratulate you and everyone that has taken part in ensuring that we are here. The host communities, all of you. So thank you very much. A very loud clap of the hands for you.